Ever wondered what your horse is really feeling? From what they love to what pushes them away, we're diving into 59 surprising facts that can transform your bond. Let's uncover the secrets to truly connecting with your horse. Ever wonder what can make a horse feel sad? These beautiful creatures, with their big eyes and flowing manes, have emotions just like us. They communicate their feelings without words, and sometimes we might unintentionally hurt them. Let's dive into 16 simple things that can bring a horse down and learn how to keep our hoofed friends happy and healthy. 1. Physical aggression. Hitting, kicking, or using too much force when handling a horse can really upset and traumatize them emotionally and physically. Horses are very sensitive animals, and any kind of physical abuse like that makes them feel afraid, anxious, and stressed out. It's like if someone much bigger than you started hitting you for no reason. It would make you feel scared, hurt, and unsafe. Physical aggression damages the trusting relationship between horse and human. 2. Neglect of basic needs. All animals, including horses, have some basic requirements to stay healthy and feel content. These include having enough good food and fresh water to drink, along with a safe sheltered area to rest and get out of bad weather. If a horse's owner ignores these essential needs and doesn't provide adequate care, it can make the horse feel abandoned, depressed, weak, and very uncomfortable. Imagine if you didn't have access to food, water, or a comfortable home. You'd feel neglected, miserable, and distressed. Proper care and meeting basic needs is crucial for a horse's physical and emotional well-being. 3. Separation anxiety. Horses are herd animals that feel safest and happiest when they're with other horses, or with humans they trust and bond with. Being separated and all alone makes them feel lonely, scared, and very anxious, kind of like a young child feeling scared when left alone without their parents or friends. Even if they have food and shelter, without their herd or human buddies around, horses can get extremely stressed out emotionally. 4. Mismanagement of meltdowns. Sometimes horses get really upset, scared, or frustrated about something, and they have an emotional meltdown where they act out. During these intense emotional outbursts, it's important to stay calm and handle the situation properly. If the meltdown is mismanaged by yelling, punishing, or escalating the situation, it just makes the horse feel more distressed, misunderstood, and out of control of their emotions. It's better to speak soothingly and give them space until they've settled down. 5. Inconsistent handling. Horses are creatures of habit that do best with routines and predictability in how they are handled and cared for. If the humans around them act inconsistently, being gentle one day but rough the next, or constantly changing routines, it really confuses and unsettles the horse emotionally. They need reliable, consistent handling to feel secure and relaxed. Erratic behavior from humans makes horses feel anxious about what confusing thing may happen next. 6. Unsafe environment. Horses are large prey animals that have a strong need to feel safe and secure in their surroundings. If their living space feels unsafe, whether due to hazards, threats from other animals, or just a generally unstable environment, it causes extremely high levels of stress, anxiety, and fear. Horses can't relax and will be on constant alert, which is emotionally draining. A secure, predictable environment free of dangers is crucial for a horse's emotional well-being. 7. Sudden environmental changes. In addition to safety, horses greatly appreciate consistency and predictability in their environment and routines. When there are big, sudden changes to things like their paddock, stabling area, herd dynamics, etc., it can really trigger emotional upheaval and insecurity. It's best to introduce any environmental changes very gradually to avoid spooking or stressing them out. Drastic changes are confusing and unnerving. 8. Lack of attention. Horses are intelligent herd animals that form close bonds and attachments with their human caregivers, just like they do with other horses. If they get ignored or don't receive sufficient quality attention, care, and positive interaction, they can start to feel unloved, insecure, and emotionally neglected. Regular grooming, handling, and time spent together is important. 9. Insufficient exercise. Horses are naturally athletic creatures designed for movement. If they are confined without the ability to adequately exercise through turnout, lunging, riding, etc., they can become lethargic, bored, and prone to developing stable vices and negative behaviors out of frustration. Plenty of daily exercise is vital for physical and mental emotional health. 10. Inadequate resting area. While exercise is important, horses also need a comfortable, peaceful area for resting and sleeping. If their stall or resting spaces have poor footing, are unsheltered from elements, or lack sources of comfort like bedding, it prevents them from fully relaxing and leads to insecurity and stress. A secure, comfortable rest area is essential. 11. Abrupt diet changes. Like humans, a horse's digestive system does best with gradual transitions when changing foods or feeding routines. Abruptly switching a horse's diet or feeding schedule without proper transitioning can shock their system and cause issues like colic, ulcers, and gut discomfort, which generates both physical and emotional stress. Slow, gradual diet changes are necessary. 12. Confinement. Horses are large animals that naturally need ample space to move around and exercise freely. Keeping them confined to small spaces like stalls or cramped paddocks for extended periods leads to physical discomfort from lack of movement, but also emotional distress. They feel unhappy, restless, and develop stable vices when unable to walk, trot, run, and just be a horse. Confinement is confining to their body and mind. 13. Ignoring communication. Horses communicate constantly through body language like ear positions, head movements, and stomping. If humans around them fail to recognize and properly respond to these signals, it causes miscommunication and emotional distress for the horse. It's like the frustration of someone not understanding what you're trying to say. This can lead to the horse feeling misunderstood, anxious, and disconnected from their handlers. 14. Emotional contagion. Horses are extremely perceptive to the emotions and energy around them, from both humans and other horses. They can pick up on and catch emotions like stress, fear, or excitement. If their human handlers or herd mates are feeling high emotions, the horse may start experiencing and reflecting those same emotions, leading to shared restlessness, anxiety, or tension. 15. Past trauma. Traumatic past experiences like abuse, neglect, or frightening incidents can leave deep emotional scars on a horse's psyche, even if their current situation is better. The memories alone can cause lingering fear, anxiety, and an anticipation of more bad things happening. Past trauma creates insecurity that is difficult to overcome without patient retraining. 16. Overstimulation. While some consistency is desired, too much abrupt change, excessive activity, or an overload of new stimuli can become overwhelming for a horse. It causes them to feel anxious, confused, and excessively stressed trying to process everything happening around them. Sensory oversaturation prevents a calm, secure state of mind. Slower transitions help avoid emotional overstimulation. Now that we know what can hurt a horse emotionally, let's flip the script. Up next, we'll explore 10 proven ways to get closer to your horse and make it feel truly connected to you. In this video, we'll reveal 10 scientifically proven ways to make a horse love you. 1. How to say hello to a horse. When you first meet a horse, you might want to run up and give it a big hug. But hold on, that's not how horses say hello. They like to take things slow. Here's what you should do instead. First, take a deep breath and relax your body. Horses are really good at knowing how we feel, just by looking at us. If you're calm, the horse will feel calm too. Now, don't walk straight at the horse. That can seem scary to them. Instead, walk up slowly and a bit sideways. This shows the horse you're friendly. When you get close to the horse, stop and stand still. Let the horse look at you. They might stretch out their neck to sniff you. That's horse for, "Nice to meet you." If the horse seems okay with you being there, you can slowly hold out your hand for them to sniff. Think of it like letting a dog sniff your hand, but be even more gentle and slow with a horse. Remember, some horses might need more time to say hello. That's okay. Just be patient and let the horse decide when it's ready to be friends. 2. The magic of quiet time. Believe it or not, one of the best ways to make friends with a horse is to do nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. We call it quiet time, and horses love it. Here's how it works. Find a safe place near the horse, like just outside their field. Sit down on the ground or on a chair if you have one. Now just relax. You can read a book, draw a picture, or just watch the clouds. The important thing is to be calm and quiet. At first, the horse might not seem interested in you. That's okay. They're watching you out of the corner of their eye, trying to figure out what you're doing. After a while, the horse might get curious and come closer to see what you're up to. If the horse comes over, don't jump up and try to pet it. Just keep being calm and quiet. Let the horse sniff you if it wants to. This shows the horse that you're safe to be around and that good things happen when you're there, like peace and quiet. Doing this for a little bit every day can help a horse learn to trust you. It's like telling the horse, "Hey, I'm a good friend to have around," without saying a word. 3. Brushing. The way to a horse's heart. Just like how you might braid your best friend's hair, horses love to groom each other. It's how they show they care. We can use brushing to show horses we care about them too. Before you start brushing, make sure it's okay with the horse's owner and that an adult is there to help you. Get a soft brush. Horses like that best. Start by gently brushing the horse's neck. Use long, smooth strokes, like you're petting a big dog. Watch how the horse reacts. If they lower their head and look sleepy, that means they're enjoying it. As you brush, talk to the horse in a soft, kind voice. You can tell them about your day or just say nice things. "You're such a good horse," or "Your coat is so pretty," are great things to say. Horses might not understand the words, but they understand the kindness in your voice. Be extra gentle when brushing the horse's legs or belly. These are sensitive spots, like how your tummy is ticklish. If the horse seems uncomfortable, go back to brushing their neck or shoulder. Brushing is not just about making the horse clean. It's about spending time together and showing the horse you care. It's like giving them a gentle massage and saying, "I'm your friend," all at once. 4. Treats. Yummy ways to bond. Who doesn't love a tasty snack? Horses sure do. Giving treats can be a great way to make friends with a horse, but we have to do it the right way. Here's how. First, check with the horse's owner about what treats are okay to give. Horses often like carrots, apple slices, or special horse treats. Never give a horse food meant for people. It could make them sick. When you give a treat, use a flat hand with your palm up. This keeps your fingers safe from an accidental nip. Hold your hand out and let the horse take the treat from you. Don't try to put it in their mouth. That's not polite in horse manners. Here's a cool trick. Don't give treats all the time. If you do, the horse might only like you for the food. Instead, give treats when the horse does something good, like coming to you when you call or standing still while you brush them. This way, you're saying, "Good job," in a way the horse really understands. Remember, some horses get excited around treats and might forget their manners. Always have a grown-up with you when you're giving treats, just to be safe. 5. Playing games horses understand. Horses love to play, but their games are a bit different from ours. One game horses really enjoy is called Follow the Leader. Here's how to play. First, make sure you're in a safe, enclosed area with the horse, like a round pen. Have a grown-up who knows about horses there to help you. Now, start walking around the area. Change directions every now and then. The fun part is seeing if the horse decides to follow you. If the horse follows you, that's great. It means they're interested in you and want to play. If they don't follow, that's okay too. You can try making the game more interesting by changing your speed or the way you walk. Another game horses like is Copy Me. Start by facing the horse and taking a step back. If the horse takes a step towards you, that's great. Take another step back and see if they follow. It's like a slow dance with the horse. Remember, the point of these games isn't to make the horse do what you want. It's about having fun together and building trust. Let the horse choose to play with you. That's how you know you're becoming real friends. 6. Learning horse body language. Horses talk a lot, but not with words. They use their bodies to tell us how they feel. Learning to understand horse body language is like learning a secret code that lets you know what your horse friend is thinking. Let's start with the ears. If a horse's ears are pointed forward, they're interested in something. If the ears are moving around, they're listening to different things. But if the ears are pinned back flat against their head, be careful. That means the horse is upset or angry. Now look at the horse's tail. A gently swishing tail usually means the horse is relaxed. But if the tail is swishing hard and fast, the horse might be annoyed about something, like flies buzzing around. The horse's eyes can tell you a lot too. Soft, blinky eyes mean the horse is happy and relaxed. Wide, round eyes might mean the horse is scared or surprised. Here's a fun one. Sometimes a horse will curl its upper lip and look like it's laughing. This is called the Fleeman response, and it usually means the horse has smelled something interesting. Learning horse body language takes time, but it's worth it. The better you understand what a horse is saying with its body, the better friends you can be. 7. Being a good leader. Horses are herd animals, which means they like to have a leader. In the wild, there's usually a boss horse that helps keep the herd safe. When we make friends with horses, we need to be a good, kind leader. Here's how. First, always be calm and confident around horses. Even if you feel scared or nervous inside, try to look calm on the outside. Take deep breaths and stand up straight. This shows the horse that you're a strong, safe friend to have. When you ask a horse to do something, like move over or walk with you, be clear about what you want. Use your body language and your voice. If you want the horse to move, point where you want them to go and say "over" in a firm but kind voice. But being a leader isn't just about telling the horse what to do. It's also about taking care of them. Make sure the horse has water to drink and good food to eat. Check to see if they're feeling okay. A good leader looks out for their friends. Remember, being a leader doesn't mean being bossy or mean. It means being someone the horse can trust to keep them safe and happy. When a horse sees you as a good leader, they'll want to be your friend and will enjoy spending time with you. 8. Respecting horse space. Just like how you might not like it if someone stood too close to you, horses need their own space too. Understanding and respecting a horse's space is super important for being good friends. Let's learn how to do that. Imagine there's a big bubble around the horse. This bubble is called their personal space, or safety zone. When you're outside this bubble, the horse feels safe. But if you go into their bubble too fast, they might get scared or uncomfortable. To make friends, we need to respect this bubble. Here's how. When you approach a horse, watch how they react. If they turn to look at you with both eyes or take a step towards you, that's usually a good sign. It means they're okay with you coming closer. But if the horse turns away, pins their ears back, or starts to walk away, that means, "Not now, please." If this happens, take a step back and give them more space. You can try approaching again later when the horse seems more relaxed. As you and the horse become better friends, you'll notice that their bubble gets smaller. They'll let you get closer because they trust you more. But always remember to ask permission before entering a horse's space, even if you're good friends. You can do this by approaching slowly and watching how they react. Respecting a horse's space is like saying, "I care about how you feel" in horse language. It's one of the best ways to show a horse that you want to be friends. 9. The power of a gentle voice. Horses have really good hearing, and they pay a lot of attention to the sounds around them. This means that how we talk to horses is super important. Let's learn how to use our voices to make friends with horses. First, always speak softly around horses. Loud noises can scare them, so we want to use quiet, gentle voices. When you talk to a horse, use a low, soothing tone. It's kind of like how you might talk to a baby or a scared puppy. Try saying nice things to the horse, like, "You're a good horse," or "What a pretty mane you have." The horse might not understand the words, but they'll understand that your voice sounds kind and friendly. Here's a cool trick. Horses often like rhythmic sounds. Try humming a soft, slow song when you're around horses. Many horses find this relaxing, and it might make them want to come closer to you. If a horse gets scared or nervous, keep talking in that soft, soothing voice. It can help calm them down. It's like telling them everything's okay in a way they understand. Remember, sudden loud noises can startle a horse, so try not to shout, laugh too loudly, or make other loud noises when you're near them. If you need to raise your voice to talk to someone else, it's polite to step away from the horse first. Using a gentle voice is like offering a friendly handshake in horse language. It tells the horse, "I'm nice and you can trust me." And that's a great start to a wonderful friendship. 10. Patience. The key to horse friendship. Making friends with a horse is a bit like growing a plant. It takes time, care, and lots of patience. Some horses might want to be your friend right away, while others might take weeks or even months to trust you. And that's okay. Here's why patience is so important when making horse friends. Every horse is different, just like every person is different. Some horses have had bad experiences with people before, so they might be scared or nervous around humans. Other horses might just be shy. By being patient, we show the horse that we respect their feelings. Remember, horses don't think like humans do. They live in the present moment and don't understand things like, "We should be friends because I've been nice to you for a week." They learn to trust us through lots of small, positive experiences over time. Here's how to practice patience with horses. Don't expect too much too soon. Be happy with small signs of progress, like a horse looking at you with interest or taking a step towards you. Never force a horse to interact with you. Always let them choose to come to you. If a horse doesn't want to be friends one day, don't be upset. Try again another day with a smile. Keep your visits with the horse short and pleasant. It's better to have many short, good visits than one long visit where the horse gets bored or tired. Celebrate small victories. Did the horse let you brush them for the first time? That's huge! Be proud of that progress. Remember, the goal isn't just to make the horse do what you want. The goal is to build a real friendship based on trust and understanding. And real friendships take time to grow. By being patient, you're telling the horse, "I'll be here when you're ready to be friends." And when a horse does choose to be your friend, after you've been patient and kind, it's one of the best feelings in the world. So there you have it, 10 ways to make friends with horses. Remember, every horse is different, so what works with one horse might not work with another. The most important things are to be gentle, respectful, and patient. You've got the basics of bonding down, but how do you know if it's working? Coming up are 8 secret signs that show your horse really loves you. Some might surprise you. Have you ever wondered if your horse really loves you? Maybe you've been friends for a long time, or maybe you're just starting to get to know each other. Either way, horses have some pretty amazing ways of showing they care about us. The cool thing is, in today's video, we are going to share some secret signs your horse loves you, but you don't know. 1. The nose nudge of friendship. Have you ever been standing near your horse, maybe getting ready to clean their stall or fill up their water bucket, when suddenly you feel a gentle push on your back or arm? That's not your horse being rude or trying to hurry you up. Nope, that little nudge is actually a big sign of affection. In the horse world, gentle nudges are like friendly pats on the back. When horses are together in a field, they often stand close and give each other soft nudges with their noses. It's their way of saying, "Hey buddy, I like having you around." So when your horse gives you a nose nudge, they're treating you just like they would treat their best horse friend. But wait, there's more to this nose nudge business. The spot where your horse chooses to nudge you can mean different things. A nudge on your hand or arm might be your horse's way of asking for attention or treats. But a nudge on your back or shoulder? That's extra special. It's like your horse is saying, "Don't forget about me, I'm here for you." Some horses are a bit shy about showing affection this way, especially if they haven't known you for very long. So if your horse gives you a nose nudge, feel very special. It means they trust you and feel comfortable around you. Just be careful. Some horses don't know their own strength, and a nudge can turn into a push. If your horse nudges too hard, you can gently teach them to be softer. 2. The soft nickering welcome. Imagine this. You're walking up to the barn or the field where your horse lives. Before you even see your horse, you hear a soft, low, rumbling sound. It's not quite a neigh, but more like a gentle sound. Guess what? That's your horse saying, "Hello, I'm so glad you're here." This sound is called a nicker, and it's one of the sweetest sounds a horse can make. Horses use different sounds to communicate different things. A loud neigh might be a call to other horses, and a snort could mean they're excited or alerting others to danger. But a soft nicker? That's reserved for their favorite friends and family. In the wild, mama horses often nicker to their babies to call them over for dinner or to make sure they're nearby. When your horse nickers at you, they're treating you like part of their family. It's like they're saying, "Hey, there's my favorite human. Come over here." Here's a fun fact. Some horses will start nickering as soon as they hear your car pull up or your footsteps coming down the barn aisle. That means they recognize the sound of your arrival and they're excited to see you. How cool is that? Not all horses are big talkers, though. Some horses are naturally quieter than others. So if your horse doesn't nicker often, don't worry. They might be showing their love in other ways. But if you do hear that soft, sweet nicker when you arrive, know that your horse is giving you a special horse hello that's just for you. Next time you hear your horse nickering at you, try nickering back. It might feel a bit silly, but your horse will understand that you're happy to see them too. It's like saying, "I love you too" in horse language. 3. The secrets in their eyes. Did you know that horses can talk with their eyes? Well, not exactly talk, but they can certainly tell us a lot about how they're feeling just by the look in their eyes. And when a horse loves you, their eyes can hold a very special message. Next time you're with your horse, take a close look at their eyes. If your horse loves and trusts you, you might notice something really cool. They'll blink slowly while looking at you. This slow blink is like a horse smile. It means they feel relaxed and happy in your company. But that's not all. There's even more eye magic to look out for. When a horse is really comfortable with someone, their eyes might look soft and sleepy, even if they're wide awake. The area around their eyes will look smooth and peaceful, not tense or wrinkled. This relaxed eye expression is a horse's way of saying, "I feel safe with you." Here's another secret eye sign. If your horse follows you with their eyes as you move around, it means they're really interested in you and what you're doing. It's like they're saying, "Hey, you're the most interesting thing around here." This is especially meaningful if they keep an eye on you even when there's food nearby, because we all know how much horses love their food. Sometimes, a horse that really loves you will even try to catch your eye, almost like they're trying to start a conversation. They might position themselves so they can see your face better, or bob their head a bit to get your attention. But remember, just like people, horses have different personalities. Some might be more eye-talkative than others. And it's important to know that looking directly into a horse's eyes for too long can sometimes feel threatening to them. So it's best to keep your gazes soft and gentle, just like they do. 4. The lean of trust. Have you ever had a friend lean on you when you're sitting together? It probably made you feel pretty special, right? Well, horses have their own version of this friendly lean, and it's a big sign that they trust and love you. Picture this. You're standing next to your horse, maybe giving them a nice brush, or just hanging out. Suddenly, you feel a gentle pressure as your horse ever so slightly leans their body towards you. They're not putting their whole weight on you. That would knock you over. But just giving you a soft, warm, horsey lean. This lean is super special in horse language. In the wild, horses only lean on each other when they feel completely safe and relaxed. It's something they do with their best horse buddies or their family members. So when your horse leans on you, even just a little bit, they're saying, "I trust you so much that I can relax when you're around." Sometimes, a horse might even fall asleep while leaning on a person they really trust. Now, this doesn't happen often because horses usually sleep standing up. But if your horse gets so comfy around you that they start to doze off, take it as a huge compliment. Here's a fun thing to try. Next time you're standing next to your horse, pay attention to how they're standing. Are they keeping a little distance, or are they close enough that you can feel their warmth? If they're standing close and maybe even touching you lightly with their side, that's their way of giving you a horse hug. But remember, just like the nose nudges we talked about earlier, some horses don't know their own strength. If your horse leans too hard, it's okay to gently encourage them to stand up on their own. They won't be offended. It's just like reminding a big dog not to sit on your lap. This leaning behavior is extra special because horses are prey animals in the wild. That means they always have to be ready to run away from danger. So when a horse is willing to relax and lean on you, they're telling you that they believe you'll keep them safe. It's a big responsibility, but also a wonderful sign of how much your horse loves and trusts you. 5. The telltale of happiness. Did you know that a horse's tail can tell you a whole story about how they're feeling? It's true. Horses use their tails for all sorts of communication, from swishing away flies to showing when they're angry. But there's a special way some horses use their tails to show love, and it's pretty adorable once you know what to look for. When you come to visit your horse, pay attention to what their tail is doing. If you see their tail gently swishing from side to side in a slow, relaxed way, that's a good sign. It's like the horse version of a dog wagging its tail. This gentle swish can mean your horse is happy to see you. But here's the really cool part. Some horses will do a little tail raise when they see someone they really like. It's almost like they're giving you a tail wave to say, hello. This tail raise is usually pretty subtle. Their tail might go up just a little bit, or it might lift and then softly fall back down. It's not the same as when a horse raises its tail high and tense, which can mean they're excited or upset. This is a soft, gentle tail lift that says, "Oh, it's you. I'm so glad you're here." Now, not all horses do this tail lift thing. Just like some people are more huggy than others, some horses are more expressive with their tails. So if your horse doesn't do this, don't worry. They might be showing their love in other ways. Here's a fun fact. Scientists have found that horses use their tails differently depending on who's around. They might swish their tails one way for their horse friends and another way for their human friends. So if you notice your horse has a special tail swish just for you, feel extra special. Remember, it's important to look at the whole horse, not just their tail. A relaxed, swishy tail, along with soft eyes and floppy ears, is a recipe for one very happy, loving horse. But a swishy tail with pinned ears might mean your horse is annoyed about something. 6. The lip wiggle of love. Get ready for one of the silliest and sweetest ways horses show affection, the lip wiggle. This is a real thing that horses do, and once you see it, you'll never forget it because it looks so funny and cute. Picture this. You're petting your horse or giving them a nice scratch in their favorite spot. Suddenly, their upper lip starts to wiggle and stretch. It might go up towards their nose, or it might stretch out to the side. Some horses even look like they're smiling when they do this. This wiggly lip business is called the Fleeman response, but we can just call it the lip wiggle of love. Now, horses do this lip wiggle for a few reasons. Sometimes they do it when they smell something interesting. It helps them get more scent particles to a special part in their nose. But they also sometimes do it when they're really enjoying something, like a good scratch or a tasty treat. When your horse does the lip wiggle while you're petting them, it's a sign that they're feeling really good. It's like they're saying, "Oh yeah, that's the spot, don't stop." It means they're enjoying your company and your touch so much that they can't help but make a silly face. Some horses get so relaxed when they're being petted by someone they love that their bottom lip gets droopy and starts to wiggle too. This super relaxed floppy lip is a big compliment. It means your horse feels so safe with you that they can totally let their guard down. Here's a fun thing to try. Next time you're giving your horse scratches, watch their mouth closely. You might catch them starting to do the lip wiggle. If you do, congratulations. You've unlocked a secret level of horse affection. Remember, just like people, every horse is different. Some might be lip wiggle champions, while others might never do it. And that's okay. There are plenty of other ways horses show they care. But if you do see the famous lip wiggle, know that your horse is feeling pretty darn good in your company. 7. The greeting at the gate. This next secret sign of horse love is all about how your horse acts when they see you coming. It's called the greeting at the gate, but it can happen wherever your horse is hanging out. In their stall, in the field, or yes, at a gate. Imagine you're walking up to visit your horse. Maybe you can see them in their field, or maybe you're walking down the barn aisle to their stall. If your horse really loves you, you might notice them doing something special when they spot you. Some horses will stop whatever they're doing, even eating, which is a big deal for horses, and walk over to where you are. They might come right up to the fence or the stall door to say hello. This is your horse's way of saying, "Hey, you're here! I've been waiting for you." But it gets even better. A horse that's really happy to see you might even trot or run over to greet you. Imagine how special that is. Out of all the things your horse could be doing, they're choosing to come say hi to you. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Horses are herd animals, which means they have a pecking order in their groups. There's usually a boss horse that all the other horses pay attention to. When your horse leaves their horsey friends to come say hi to you, they're treating you like you're the most important member of their herd. It's a huge compliment in horse language. Some horses even have a special noise they make just for their favorite humans. Remember that soft nicker we talked about earlier? Some horses will start nickering as soon as they see their special person, even from far away. It's like they're calling out, "Hey, over here, I see you." But here's the thing to remember. Horses have different personalities, just like people. Some horses are more shy or laid back, and they might not come running even if they really like you. They might just lift their head to watch you or take a few steps in your direction. That's okay too. The important thing is to notice how your horse's behavior changes when they see you compared to when they see other people. 8. The sharing of space. This next secret sign of horse love is a bit like when a cat chooses to sit on your lap. It's all about how your horse chooses to be near you, and it's a big deal in the horse world. You see, horses are big animals, and in the wild, they need a lot of space to feel safe. They like to have room to run away if something scares them. So when a horse chooses to be close to you, especially in a calm and relaxed way, it's a really special thing. Here's what to look for. When you're in your horse's space, like their field or their stall, notice where they choose to stand. A horse that really trusts and loves you might follow you around, always keeping close. They might graze near where you're standing, or come stand next to you when you stop moving. Some horses will even try to share things with you. They might nudge their water bucket towards you, or drop a mouthful of hay at your feet. In horse language, this is like offering to share their lunch with you. It's a big sign of friendship. Another sweet thing some horses do is try to groom you. They might gently nibble at your clothes or hair, just like they would do to their horse friends. Don't worry, they're not trying to eat you. This is actually a compliment. It means they see you as part of their herd. Here's a really special thing to watch for. Some horses will position themselves between their favorite human and other horses or people. It's like they're saying, "This is my human, and I'm going to protect them." This is a big deal because horses usually look to humans for protection, not the other way around. Now, it's important to remember that horses are all individuals. Some horses might show their love by always being in your space, while others might just occasionally choose to stand near you. Feeling that connection? Now, let's talk about the things horses enjoy most. From treats to favorite activities, here are the top 10 things horses absolutely love. 1. Rolling in the dirt. Yes, really. You know how you feel after a nice, hot shower? All clean and fresh? Well, horses feel that way after a good roll in the dirt. Crazy, right? I'm pretty sure you have seen your horse drop to the ground like a big, furry pancake. Then they start wiggling around, kicking their legs in the air. It looks pretty silly, doesn't it? But for horses, this is better than a day at the spa. Rolling helps horses in lots of ways. It scratches all those itchy spots they can't reach. It helps them cool off when it's hot, and it even keeps bugs away. But mostly, it just feels really, really good. Here's a funny thing. Horses love to roll right after you've given them a bath. Don't get mad. They're not trying to mess up your hard work. When a horse rolls after a bath, it means they feel happy and relaxed. It's like they're saying, "Ah, now I'm perfectly comfy." Next time you see your horse rolling, don't worry. They're not hurt or sick. They're just having a great time. 2. Running free in big open spaces. Horses are born to run. It's in their bones. There's nothing a horse loves more than galloping across a big open field. It's like when you run really fast down a hill. You know that "wee" feeling? That's how horses feel when they run. When a horse gets to run free, you'll see them change. Their ears point forward. Their tail goes up like a flag. They lift their feet high and prance around. It's like they're saying, "Look at me go!" But here's something cool. Horses don't just run alone. In the wild, running is a group activity. It's how horses play with each other and show off. So when your horse runs alongside you, don't worry, you don't have to run as fast as them. They're inviting you to play. Some horses even do a special run called a buck and fart. That's when they kick up their back legs and, well, toot at the same time. It looks crazy, but it means they're feeling really good. 3. Hanging out with their horse friends. Horses are super social. They love to be around other horses. In the wild, horses live in big groups called herds. Being in a herd keeps them safe and happy. When horses are with their friends, they do all sorts of fun things. They groom each other, which is like giving a friend a back scratch. They play chase. They even take naps standing next to each other. But here's the really cool part. Horses can see people as part of their herd too. When your horse follows you around or calls to you, they're treating you like one of their horse buddies. It's a big compliment. A horse that feels like part of a herd, whether with other horses or with their human family, is a happy horse. They feel safe and loved. It's like having a big, furry support group. 4. Eating yummy treats. Okay, this one might seem obvious. Of course, horses love food. But it's not just about filling their tummies. For horses, eating is a comfort thing too. In the wild, horses spend most of their day eating grass. It's not just because they're always hungry. Grazing helps horses feel calm and happy. But just like you, horses have favorite foods too. Some horses go crazy for carrots. Others love apples or even bananas. And don't even get me started on how much they love sugar cubes. When you bring your horse their favorite snack, watch how they react. Their ears might perk up. Their eyes might get big and soft. They might even make little nickering sounds. That's pure horse happiness right there. Here's a fun fact. Some horses get so excited about treats that they learn to smile for them. They pull their lips back and show their teeth. It looks pretty funny. 5. Learning new things. Believe it or not, horses love to learn. They're curious creatures. They always want to know what's going on around them. And when they figure something out, oh boy, do they get excited. You can see this when you're teaching your horse something new. When they finally understand what you want and get it right, they might perk up, snort, or even do a little dance. It's their way of saying, I did it. This is why giving horses treats when they do something good works so well. When horses know they'll get something yummy for learning, they become super eager students. It's like they're saying, what are we going to learn today? Some horses even learn to do tricks, like bowing or giving hugs. They love showing off their new skills. It makes them feel smart and special. 6. Getting a good scratch. Horses have a funny problem. They can't reach a lot of their own body to scratch it. Their legs don't bend the right way, and their teeth can't reach everywhere. That's where we come in. Finding your horse's favorite scratching spot is like finding buried treasure. It might be behind their ears, under their mane, or on their chest. When you hit the right spot, you'll know. Their lip might start to wiggle. Their neck might stretch out. They might even lean into your hand, asking for more. Here's a secret. Some horses love scratches so much that they'll show you exactly where they want to be scratched. If your horse keeps turning their shoulder to you, for example, they're probably saying, "Scratch right here, please." Some horses get so into their scratches that they make funny faces. They might stretch out their neck and push out their upper lip. It looks super silly, but it means they're in scratch heaven. 7. Having a job to do. Horses are working animals. They've been helping humans for thousands of years. And you know what? They actually like having a job. When a horse understands their job and does it well, you can see how proud they are. They stand up tall. They walk with a spring in their step. Their ears are perked forward. It's like they're saying, "Look at me, I'm doing a great job." This is why many horses enjoy activities like jumping, racing, or even simple training exercises. It gives them something to focus on and a way to work with their human friends. Some horses even get excited when they see their riding gear come out. They know it means they're going to work, and they can't wait to get started. 8. Getting attention from their favorite humans. Horses might be big, but they can be real softies when it comes to their favorite people. They love attention. When you spend time with your horse, just hanging out and giving them attention, they're in heaven. They might follow you around like a big, furry shadow. They might try to nibble at your clothes or hair, gently of course. Some horses even try to groom you back, nibbling at your jacket or mane. I mean hair. Here's a sweet thing some horses do. They'll rest their big heavy head on your shoulder. It's like a horse hug. They might also breathe softly into your hair or gently nuzzle your hand. These quiet moments are what horse love is all about. But remember, every horse is different. Some might show their love with big, obvious gestures. Others might be more subtle. The important thing is getting to know your horse and how they show affection. 9. Playing with toys. Yes, you read that right. Horses love to play with toys. It keeps them from getting bored and gives their smart brains something to do. Some horses love to kick around big rubber balls. Others like to pick up and toss around traffic cones. There are even special horse toys that dispense treats when the horse figures out how to move them the right way. Watching a horse play with a toy is super funny. They might paw at it with their hoof, pick it up with their mouth, or even try to get it to make noise. It's like watching a giant furry kid in a playground. Playing with toys isn't just fun for horses. It's good for them too. It helps keep their minds sharp and can even help them feel less stressed. 10. Taking a nice long nap. Just like us, horses love a good nap. But horse naps look a little different from ours. Horses can sleep standing up. They lock their legs in a special way that lets them doze off without falling over. But for really deep sleep, they need to lie down. When a horse lies down to sleep, it means they feel super safe and comfortable. In the wild, lying down can be dangerous because it's harder to run away from predators. So when your horse takes a nap lying down in their stable or field, it's a big compliment to you. It means they trust you to keep them safe. Some horses even snore when they sleep. And just like people, some horses are grumpy when you wake them up from a nice nap. A happy, well-rested horse is a joy to be around. They're more playful, more willing to learn, and generally in a better mood. Just like us after a good night's sleep. You know what's really cool? When you understand what your horse loves, you can use that to make your bond even stronger. Maybe you can give them extra time to run in the field, or learn where their favorite scratching spots are. You could even get them a fun new toy to play with. Remember, horses are a lot like us in many ways. They like to have fun, learn new things, and spend time with their friends. They just show it in their own horsey way. So next time you're around horses, keep an eye out for these signs of horse happiness. You might be surprised at how much you start to notice, and who knows, you might even start to feel a little more horse-like yourself. Just don't try rolling in the dirt. Leave that to the experts with 4 legs. So there you have it. 10 things that horses absolutely love. From rolling in the dirt to taking cozy naps, these are the things that make horses happy. Next time you're with your horse, see if you can spot them enjoying some of these things. And remember, every horse is unique. They might have their own special things they love. The fun part is getting to know your horse and what makes them happy. Finally, as much as they have their loves, horses have their dislikes too. Let's wrap up with 15 things horses can't stand. Things we might unknowingly do around them every day. 1. Sudden loud noises. Horses are naturally flighty animals. As prey animals, their first instinct is to run when they hear a sudden loud noise. Fireworks, car horns, or even a sudden shout can spook them, causing them to bolt or react unpredictably. To keep your horse calm, try to avoid making sudden noises around them. If you know there will be fireworks or other loud events nearby, make sure your horse is in a safe, secure place where they feel comfortable. You can also play calming music or white noise to help drown out the scary sounds. Understanding your horse's sensitivity to sound is crucial to keeping them calm and comfortable. 2. Poor fitting tack. Imagine wearing a pair of shoes that are too tight or a shirt that rubs your skin the wrong way all day. Sounds uncomfortable, right? Well, that's exactly how your horse feels with poor fitting tack. Saddles, bridles, or other equipment that don't fit properly can cause pain, discomfort, and even injuries. Always take the time to ensure your tack fits your horse correctly. This might mean having a professional saddle fitter check your equipment or learning how to adjust tack properly. A comfortable horse is a happy horse. 3. Being locked up all day. Horses are meant to move. In the wild, they roam over large areas, grazing and socializing with other horses. Being locked up in a stall all day can make a horse anxious, bored, and even lead to unwanted behaviors like cribbing or pacing. It's important to give your horse plenty of time to move around, whether it's turning them out in a pasture or taking them for regular exercise. Remember, a horse that can stretch its legs and enjoy some fresh air is a content horse. 4. Approaching from behind. Horses have a blind spot directly behind them. When you approach a horse from behind, you might startle them because they can't see you coming. This can lead to a dangerous situation where the horse might kick out of fear. Always approach your horse from the front or the side where they can see you. Make sure to talk to them softly as you approach so they know you're there. This helps build trust and prevents any surprise scares. Fifth, inexperienced riders. Horses are very sensitive to their riders. They can feel even the slightest shift in weight or change in tension on the reins. Inexperienced riders who are unbalanced or unsure can make a horse nervous and uncomfortable. If you're new to riding, take lessons from a skilled instructor to improve your balance and confidence. The more skilled you are as a rider, the more relaxed and happy your horse will be. Horses love a rider who knows what they're doing. 6. Being ignored. Horses are social animals and thrive on interaction. They need mental stimulation and companionship to be happy. Ignoring your horse for long periods can lead to boredom, depression, and even behavioral problems. Make sure to spend quality time with your horse every day, even if it's just a few minutes of grooming or talking to them. Horses appreciate the attention and will be much happier knowing they're not alone. 7. Overtraining. While training and exercise are important, overdoing it can lead to physical and mental fatigue. Just like humans, horses need breaks and variety in their routines to stay fresh and engaged. Overtraining can cause stress, soreness, and frustration, making your horse less willing to work with you. Be sure to mix up your training routine and give your horse plenty of time to rest and relax. Remember, a well-rested horse is a happy, willing partner. 8. Inconsistent training. Consistency is key when it comes to training horses. Horses thrive on routine and clear communication. Inconsistent commands or training methods can confuse and frustrate them. If you use different cues or change your expectations frequently, your horse won't know what you want, and this can lead to anxiety and resistance. Be consistent with your training, use the same cues, and set clear expectations. Your horse will appreciate the predictability and will respond better to your guidance. 9. Introducing foreign objects and animals. Horses are naturally curious, but can also be cautious of new things. Introducing foreign objects or animals into their environment without proper desensitization can make them uneasy. A sudden appearance of a new object or animal can cause a horse to spook or become anxious. When introducing something new, take it slow. Let your horse see, smell, and explore the new item or animal at their own pace. Gradual exposure helps build confidence and reduces fear. 10. Being touched in sensitive areas. Some horses are particularly sensitive about certain areas of their bodies, such as their ears, belly, or legs. Touching these areas without proper desensitization can cause discomfort or even fear. It's important to respect your horse's sensitivities and work on desensitizing them gradually. Start by gently touching less sensitive areas and slowly work your way to the more sensitive spots. Reward your horse for staying calm and relaxed. With time and patience, most horses can learn to accept touch in these areas. 11. Rough handling. Horses are sensitive creatures and can be easily hurt by rough or aggressive handling. This includes yanking on their halter, slapping them, or using excessive force with grooming tools. Rough handling can make a horse fearful and lead to a lack of trust between you and your horse. Always handle your horse with a gentle touch and a calm demeanor. Speak softly and move slowly around them. Your horse will appreciate your gentle approach and will be more likely to trust you. 12th, inconsistent feeding times. Horses thrive on routine, and feeding time is no exception. Inconsistent feeding times can cause stress and anxiety for horses, as they don't know when to expect their next meal. This can lead to behaviors like pawing, kicking, or even colic in some cases. Try to feed your horse at the same times every day to establish a routine. Your horse will feel more secure knowing that their meals are consistent, and this will help keep them calm and happy. 13. Dirty living conditions. Horses dislike dirty stalls and paddocks. Living in dirty conditions can lead to a variety of health issues, including respiratory problems, hoof diseases, and skin infections. A clean, dry, and comfortable living environment is essential for a horse's health and happiness. Make sure to clean your horse's stall and paddock regularly, removing any manure, soiled bedding, and uneaten food. Providing clean water and a dry place to lie down will also help keep your horse healthy and content. 14. Lack of grooming. Regular grooming is not just about keeping a horse clean, it's also a bonding activity. Horses enjoy the attention and the feeling of being groomed, and it helps them feel more connected to their owners. Neglecting grooming can lead to skin issues, tangles in their mane and tail, and a lack of trust. Make grooming a regular part of your routine, even if it's just a quick brush and hoof pick. Your horse will appreciate the attention, and it will help strengthen your bond with them. 15. Being rushed. Horses need time to understand and respond to commands. Rushing them can lead to confusion and resistance, making training sessions frustrating for both you and your horse. It's important to be patient and give your horse the time they need to process what you're asking. Take things slow and don't push your horse too hard or too fast. By being patient and understanding, you'll build a stronger, more trusting relationship with your horse, and they'll be more willing to work with you. And there you have it, the top 15 things horses hate that humans do. By understanding what bothers our horses, we can make their lives more comfortable and enjoyable. Remember, building a strong, trusting relationship with your horse takes time, patience, and a willingness to learn. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more horse care tips. Do you have any other things your horse doesn't like? Share them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy riding!